Good morning. Today we're going to be taking a look at XRP, some dominance trades, and the Bitcoin. So zoomed in here. Last night we were just kind of going over on trench warfare, just kind of how these wave 4 counts kind of play out, where we end up having a 5 wave move to the off the lows. And then we end up completing our final 5th wave. And when we were discussing it, one of the things, that was interesting for a lot of people, I think, was this kind of like low that ends up coming in where you see this this kind of low level come in for the larger degree. So we end up having this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. But this part always kind of gets people. So you end up seeing this capitulation bottom, this higher low bounce, this breakout, and then there's going to be a low in the price action, okay, below where we just were, and then one more low that comes in that finishes out the 5th. Then from there we can start working our way out. So now when we zoom in even closer here on this guy, so now, because again we're looking for 5s and 3s, the biggest thing we're now looking for is we're looking for 5 waves off the low. And this is where, if you have the 5 waves, oh my goodness, it didn't actually play out there, but if you have your 5 waves, you end up having that, and then you're now looking for your ABC, and your wave 2 ABC can take back the majority of the move. But right now I would say that probably checks, and this is a falling wedge pattern probably to the downside. And assuming we hold this level here and we find demand back into the supply, closing this gap in production, this should be the beginning of something beautiful. Now, this is just the super minor degree wave, and so this eventually will continue to get larger and larger and larger and work our way off the bottom here. And when we zoom out ultimately to the kind of larger time frame, we ended up just barely wicking below this level here of the beginning origin of this. So the triangle basically is gone. So we've been following this triangle, we've been following this trend line. It is no longer the way, and we are now completing an ABC move that has wrapped up, in my opinion, and we can confirm that with the market cap chart. So here's the market cap chart. We had a larger ABC correction off the lows, and we hit the just not even the 786 for this wave correction here for the end. So this now has a full complete count. So if we move this out of the way, you can see that we had a wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then this 5th leg that we end up having, we end up doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we've had a really great reaction off the lows, a bounce, and now we're working our way back out of this thing is the likelihood based off the count of a larger ABC move here for the market cap. So that then rolls over to our velo data, where we were ultimately recognizing that we had had a massive increase in shorts. Those shorts are now closed or starting to close, and that coincided with the price action go up, but yet the open interest started happening, so they're bidding the bottom here. And we can also see that the liquidation is a majority of shorts to the upside, that they're now going to move to the counter trade that we're moving into September here. And one last final data dump for you is that in the background you had a large increase of whales. Those whales started selling in July and capitulating to the downside, but they've since resumed accumulation and are now reabsorbing all of the supply that they've been messing with a higher low, and we're now starting to see this pick up again. So if we see any type of parabolic move to the upside like this, moving off of here, man, things are going to get wild, and they're going to get wild fast. So finally, our last indicator and kind of market overall view is the Sigma coin. Ended up coming off of the lows here with its 5 waves. And when we zoom in on the 1 hour, you'll see that we've actually moved off the 5 waves impulsively with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we did the ABC, took the whole thing back, and now there's absorption occurring at the bottom, filling this gap, just like with XRP. Almost exactly the same. So this will start ramping itself up, and we'll start seeing from here a larger move after the wave 1, wave 2 almost taking the whole thing back way down here. We should start being able to work this out and see price action go up. So there you go. So that's a quick overview, checking on the markets. Oh, the dominances was the last thing we wanted to look at. So this was the one that I was very happy with, was this Bitcoin dominance. We came all the way down. So we had, first off, we had a beautiful triangle, right? Absolutely gorgeous. Then in addition to this beautiful triangle, we came all the way down and hit the trend line. I mean, look at that. Didn't even move it. Look how perfect that is right there. Very, very nice. Then we bounce and come back and continue the completion of this gap fill, Goodbye, no more gap. So that is now completely gone, and we are positioned to see XRP outperform Bitcoin. But the fun doesn't stop there. So now we go over to Ethereum. So Ethereum itself also had an interesting kind of play out here, where it was finishing its pairing with XRP with a 5-wave move to the downside, and we got it. So we had 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roll up to wave 4 within wave 5. This is the BCB crashing structure. And then you set one more low, and you got so it's kind of like a low. So there's your 5 waves right there, and you roll up, you set a low, and one more low. So this is your final 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So XRP should now start outperforming Ethereum. So pathways on this particular asset from here can be not instant gratification. So remember, you can be moving off the lows at the new high, back test in here, come back up again, back test in here, get your full 5 waves, reject for an ABC, come back down, and then gig ascend. So there's definitely a lot of potential structures that can play out. So the road will be long, but it will definitely be fruitful. So hopefully that helps, and thanks for watching.